Hello. Again, my name is Rodney Berry. You will find my videos scattered across this website here. And I will be speaking of the men of the past that took data, researched for hours and hours upon end, at night and day. Great men who researched to their greatest ability the microbes of the air, water, and soil, and of plants and of animals. The monstrous undertaking it was in those days, and this very day we are living in is amazing. But they took data and they started a science, a way of thinking that now this day their conclusions have affected us for decades, when their conclusions were wrong in so many ways. Now, below this video here on the sidebar of this website, I have again images of E. coli and Wolbachia. And I'm going to add a few other images later on. I'm a very busy man. I'm a one-man band most days in this adventure. I am gathering, contacting, phoning, visiting as many people as I can, doing all I can to get the end of aging to begin for our era, for our generation. This is the generation that should be able to tackle this problem now, because we have all we need. I even have the means and the way to stop aging as we know it this day. And we would be, again, living centuries instead of decades. Our body is under a massive attack by, again, I have a couple of the microbes listed below, E. coli, Wolbachia, a combined attack of hundreds of microbes, but it's really only 8 spirits we can call them, principalities of the air. They're attacking us simultaneously, but it is 8 fungal microbes that are actually being controlled and were developed centuries upon centuries ago by the Decomposer Society. You can look upon them as battleships for a very tiny fungus. The battle for life and death actually begins on the subatomic level. The battle of life against death is fought first long ago, and now this day still on the subatomic level. The microbes of the air, as I stated, all originated from fungus long ago. There is actually one entity, you could call it, one fungal entity that was so small you could nearly only call it a dirty energy, that began to build microbes to attack other life forms that it wanted to attack. The Society of Death began long ago in the Decomposer Society. You could call it the Fungus Society, the Yeast, the Leaven Society. You can call it all these things. But it is a combined attack of many microbes that were developed long ago to attack life forms and destroy them. Mankind takes the brunt, the full frontal attack of all the systems of the earth, all the systems of the microbic realm, attack mankind, wanting him either to be able to control him so he will eat what these microbes want us to eat, or destroy us. That's what they've done to animals. The man has studied their evolving. The evolving of animals came about by microbes entwining their own DNA into the life forms of certain animals. Then they made another species of that animal. There was only one life form of each species of animal on earth. There was only one in the beginning. But microbes microbes caused evolution by, as science has seen in the microbic realm, where bacteria and viruses steal each other's DNA and RNA and incorporate it into their own system, or they incorporate themselves into another microbic system, a retrovirus, whatever the case may be, figures out how to go through the RNA system of a life form and cause a deadly disease to kill it, or to just enter that life form and live there for a while. Then they become a parasitic existence with the body they're in, and they cause toxins and certain things to take place in the body. And all this combined attack brings mankind into what we call premature death and aging. Premature death and aging. So we've got 8 microbic societies. They all originate from fungus. And it is the decomposing society has made different machines, microbic biological machines, as science has proved. We look at microbes under a microscope, and there is a little machine, has a little rotor that goes around to propel it around through water, or just through a surface slime of some type, propelling itself through it with a rotor fin tail, and it's developed a little housing that it's in. But inside there, what is driving this little thing? What built it? There is a tiny, tiny fungus that operates the E. coli, that operates the Wolbachia, that operates the Pseudomonas aeruginosa, that operates flu viruses, that operates all these things. In that little machine, that little biological machine, is a tiny, so tiny, you can nearly only call it a dirty energy, a life form that long ago devised a way that it built little microbes to combined attack on different life forms to do what to them? To begin decomposing them before they die. To start the decomposer process before that life form dies, whether it's plant, fish, in water, whether it's animal. These machines, these microbic machines, were developed by the decomposer society to start attacking their life forms, that what they want to look at as their enemy nearly, but they live off of it. They do this to begin their decomposer process. I have found a way through the data of mankind to stop this. Do we want aging to stop, or do we enjoy this? There's people out there that will look you in the eye and they'll get angry. And this is part of the symptom of growing old. This is part of the disease of aging. They will look you in the eye and they become angry, say, "Are you afraid to die?" "We've got to die." They'll get angry at you about it. "You have got to die." That's not me, my friend. I'm a man of science. My people are scientists. My people do not die unless they have to. My people are intelligent beings. The society of mankind as a whole, from one end of earth to the other, they've got a great, if they're intelligent, they've got a great distrust and a dislike for death and aging and any sickness of any kind. They've got a dislike for it. To kill their parents, to kill their children. Old age or a disease of some type killed each one of their family members. I call it murdered. Murdered their family members, killed them. The Decomposer Society saying, "I'm going to stop this being," does it to us individually, each person at a time, is like a battlefield of life against death, and the decomposers start entering us at birth. We grow to a certain age, and then their society, their poison, their disease begins to take hold of us. Then we stop growing. Then we're in a battle to maintain that existence at that level, at that strength level, at that metabolism, at that homeostasis, if you desire to say so. Holding at that particular level, and there you are, suddenly you start to regress into another being, into a being that is older, into a being that is losing its hair, its age is disintegrating, its skin, its Aging, excuse me. But that is the disease called aging, and it is a pandemic plague that has been attacking life forms since the prehistoric times. Since the prehistoric times, as we have documented in our studies and our research. Aging is a disease that was contracted long ago because one fungus, a very tiny, tiny form of fungus on the subatomic level of life, the subatomic, began making biological machines, little one-cell, single-cell machines, to attack other life forms, to begin what? Breaking it down, taking its matter, taking its minerals, taking its life from it, the very energy of that body, the very energy of that plant, the very energy of that animal. So, what have we said here? Aging, the causes of aging have been found. The method in which aging comes upon the body, this word research, what soon I pray is an institute, a large institute with many researchers, combing through the annals of history, combing through the annals of science, the hallways, the information highway of time, combing through it to have it so down to the last minute bit of information of how death began to attack, how aging began to attack mankind. I have the cure. I need laboratories. I need researchers. I need funds. Again, Wolbachia attacks man's society. Science has known for many years that Wolbachia infects the brain and the body of mankind, in the gullet, in worms, in the gullet, in different species of life forms, in fly larvae, in the body of mankind that comes in through our foods and different things. Wolbachia attacking the body. Wolbachia changes societies. It's one of the microbes that has the machinery within it, the chemical factory within it, that it can develop certain toxins and even hormones and different things to attack different proteins. You can't really call them hormones, different peptides, different proteins, to attack mankind and to attack other societies. And what does it do to these other societies, such as wasps and other societies on earth? Wolbachia starts making them act backwards. Male being with male, homosexuality. Female being with female, homosexuality. Woman hating her male counterpart of that society, of the wasp society. Same thing with mankind. Fortunately, in mankind, there are women that are so much stronger than this disease. But still, this disease of Wolbachia and other microbes that help Wolbachia bring the same effect on us that is done for the wasp society, such as having the women eat their children or aborting their children, having men become more female, having the female become more manly. And as we see in the human society, we see that mankind is in the same situation. As we grow older, we're becoming decomposed, we're falling apart because they're taking us apart, basically. They're bringing in enough stuff to where they can begin to break us down. When they finally stop us with old age, we fall, and then they begin to break the body down. They set up their armies to break down our body. We finally fall from their attack. They start breaking down our body. But what you see in the society of mankind is you see woman, as we age, starts becoming more manly, loses her estrogen and her progesterone. And man, as he begins to age, he starts having more estrogen and starts losing his testosterone. The reverse. We start meeting on a plane that cannot produce life. We start meeting on a plane where we both have to look at each other and say, "What's happened to you, woman? What's happened to you, man?" Saying you are fixing to die of old age when we've had the means to stop old age as we know it and live again centuries for now many decades. Do we want to do this in our lifetime? That's the question. Go to the Indigo link on this website. Go donate as much funds as you can. Go donate as much funds as you can. I, for one, am building an army of researchers. I am building an army of scientists. I am bringing it together. Death now ends as we know it. Premature death. We will finally stop as we are in this body someday. But I'm telling you, we have the capability with our stem cell system not under attack any longer, with the white blood cells not under the massive attack that they receive, not under this attack any longer. We can live centuries instead of decades. Once we have stopped the massive attack upon the body, the stem cell system, because they're being destroyed within our body, killed by toxins. They're slow, they're confused. They're trying to do their job, but they can't. They're toxified. They're in an environment that is so distraught and so in chaos due to toxins. And many toxins are in there that science has perceived as good for mankind. The stem cell system and the enzyme system developed by the stem cells, without them being under attack, become a massive army to repair us, then become an army to begin to build us, to again make us grow stronger, larger. Please, I'm calling out to my brothers in research. I am a word researcher. I have not been in the laboratories, but I have been in their data. I have been in the research of men throughout history, and I found them with the means to end death and aging as we now know it. Do you want to live hundreds of years instead of decades? Do you want mankind to become a loving, caring, growing society that cannot be stopped by any microbe? If you do, join hands with me. Join hands with the Adam and Eve Word Research Institute. I will take you there. I have the means to now end aging and premature death as we know it. I need laboratories to formulate a elixir, and it will even be a serum, and it will bring forth the beginning again of life centuries instead of decades. Believe in me, my friends. Believe in the word I bring to you, and you will soon be ageless for many years. Join hands with me. My name is Rodney Paul Berry, and I have again made a video to convince you of this mighty day, of the end of the twisted society I call the society of death, the thing we call aging and premature death. Much respect to you.